everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm just going to be going through my island working holiday process and just everything I had to go through to get where I am today. Also, just a disclaimer, I do have some dot around my face. Something is on the lens and I can't get it off, so I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too much of an annoyance, but sorry about that. And also I'm sorry if the lighting changes. The sun keeps on going behind the clouds, so it may go in and out of lighting. But yeah, apart from that, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so I do have this book basically of my whole process in here. First thing, the company I went through, I'm just going to let you know, you don't obviously have to go through a company, you can do it by yourself, but because I've never done it before, I wanted to go through a company and just basically give them some money. They helped me throughout the whole thing and everything. But first I went through, I don't exactly know the whole website, but it's called IEP, like it's abbreviated obviously. Okay, so basically it is literally just called IEP, but it is a website for Australians and New Zealanders, and it just helps create, well they help create gap years and just holidays to everywhere around the world pretty much. So they have camps and stuff, like summer camps in USA. Then they have, you can work in Canada, winter and summer in Canada. You got Europe, so you got Ireland, then Britain, and then also for the USA you can do like a 4-month one, a 12-month one, then there's winter ones, summer ones. You can work in Japan as well, and that's it at the moment. So yeah, basically just America, Canada, Ireland, Britain and Japan. And yeah, so basically that's the company I went through because they were one of the only ones I could find that you didn't have to be studying to go overseas. Most of them I had to study to be able to do it, which yeah, but this one I'm actually not allowed to study, which is weird. Anyway, yeah, so first, once I found my company that I wanted to go through, I had to read, you know, the eligibility and the costs and everything that came with it. So first the eligibility, sorry, it's really hard to say. So first you have to be between 18 and 30 years old to get the visa and everything, so you have to be 18 and 30 years old. You also have to have a passport, which I didn't have one, so I had to go through that process. But you have to have a minimum of 2 years left on your passport because obviously you're going to be travelling over, you're going to be over there for a year or more. And then you have to be a resident of Australia or New Zealand at the time of doing the whole process. Once you're doing your visa, you actually have to send your passport, like your actual passport, away to, I had to send it to the Embassy of Ireland in Canberra. And so you can't like go on holiday or anything that requires your visa, because I mean that requires your passport. But yeah, that's basically all the eligibility things and everything. There is also something else, but that will go down in the costs as well. Okay, so next are the costs. And the costs, it kind of, basically this whole thing, I didn't think it was going to be too expensive, but it actually has turned out to be really expensive. So you do need to have a lot of money saved first. But first was the program fee for this company I went through. It was 695 Australian dollars, and basically you pay that to them and they help you with everything. They don't give you a job, but they help you gain a job basically. So I do have something here that I wrote down about what you get for that $695. So before you leave, you get like visa assistance, and you also get a work in Ireland handbook, which was emailed to me. You also get great flights through STA Travel, which is like a partner company, I think. I did not book my flights through there, but I was looking at there because you can get cheap flights and all this stuff with it as well. And you also get travel insurance, but you have to obviously buy the travel insurance. And then when you arrive in wherever you're going, so I'll be going to Dublin, first you get 3 nights accommodation, so that's free. You get an orientation, which you have to go to. If you don't go to, then they have the right to not help you through everything. Then you also get ongoing support, obviously, and you get access to exclusive jobs and employment, which is great because I actually don't have a job at the moment, but I don't mind because I have enough money saved to be able to not have a job for a few weeks. You also get a postal service, which I don't exactly understand right now, but when I figure it out, I'll tell you. You also get monthly newsletters, and then you get meal deals and tour discounts, which is great because I'm going to be going on a lot of tours. You also get access to social media groups, and you also get monthly social events as well, which is great because I will have no friends. And you also get a SIM card, which is great because I don't have to go buy a SIM card. So they'll give me one, and then they also review your like your CV, so like your resume or something. They review it, which they have already reviewed when I did my, I think, visa, I think it was. They reviewed it and they made sure it was like professional, everything. Also with tax, because you'll obviously still have to pay tax, they gave me a website called taxback.com. So I don't exactly know if I'm going to be doing my tax there, or I might have to do it here when I get back. I'm a little confused, but that's basically everything you get before you leave and when you arrive and all that jazz. Also with the cost, the next thing is the visa, but before that I had to get a passport, so I did have to spend $282, but the price changes regularly, I think. That was for a 10-year passport, which I think is pretty cheap anyway. Next thing was the visa, which was super cheap, which is $95, which, now that I think about it, is like, why didn't I think that that was too cheap before? Because I actually, in Ireland anyway, I actually have to get a GNIB card. I forgot what it is, but I know it's like Garda something. Registration, which is €300, which is a lot of money in Australian dollars. For insurance, it was quite confusing at the start because they had like a mid-international and a something else. There was a mid-international and then something else, like another one like higher up, and basically in those they had $0 excess, $150 excess, and $200 excess. So basically, like, if you have to go to the hospital, you pay, like, say you do like the $200 excess, and you have to pay that, and then the rest of it's covered or something. But I just got not the mid-international, but or maybe it was basic and then mid, but I got the higher one, and then I got $0 excess, so I paid the most that I could for my insurance. Hoping that I don't ever have to use it, like I don't ever have to go to the hospital or anything, but I do actually have to go to the doctors to get a second lot of immunisation. So yeah, I paid, I think, almost $1,300, which is a lot for insurance, and I wasn't expecting that much money, but I was quoted $1,300 but I was just under. I was like, but I had to pay also extra for okay, so basically what I get for my travel insurance is I'm covered for like a lot of, death and baggage and basically everything I'm covered for, but I'm also covered for, if I'm traveling to Asia, everywhere in Asia except for Japan, and then everywhere in Europe, like Ireland, England, Paris, all that stuff. I'll say Paris, but that's France. Basically I'm covered for everywhere there, if that makes sense. Also with your insurance, they class it as a round trip, so it starts as soon as I leave Australia and it ends as soon as I get back to Australia. So I actually can't visit or come back to Australia that whole time, that whole 12 months until the 12 months is up, because that's as long as my insurance goes for. But I'm actually going to be over there, overseas, for an extra month or so, like 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm going to have to get more insurance on top of that. But yeah, so if something happens in Australia and I have to go back, that means my insurance ends. So hopefully nothing happens, please. I pray to God that nothing happens. And then after that was flights. So flights was actually pretty cheap, but because you can only get, like, it's really confusing, but because I'm going for more than 12 months and because I was looking at flights super early before I was going, I couldn't actually get a return flight, so I had to get a one-way. So I've only got a one-way flight, I haven't got a return flight. And my one, I think, was $821, and I went through skyscanner.com, which took me to some website. I think it was Australian owned, but yeah, it was pretty cheap. When I first looked at flights, they're only $700 and something, but that does include all the taxes and everything. And so my flight is going from Brisbane to Abu Dhabi, and then Abu Dhabi to Dublin, which, yeah, I've never been on this long of a flight before. The longest flight I've been on is for 2 hours and I think like 25 minutes, and that was from Brisbane to Melbourne. And then the last thing, pretty much, not like the last thing you have to spend money on, but the last major thing is you have to have proof of funds, especially for, I think, your visa application as well. So you either have to have proof of 3,000 Australian dollars with a return ticket, or a minimum of $5,000 if you don't have a return ticket. So I obviously have to have $5,000 in my bank account, which I do, and I sold my car as well, so I got enough money. But I'm also afraid that I'm not going to have any money left over and I'm going to be stuck. But that's why I'm leaving some money and giving some money to my mum, so that if I need it, I can have the money. But I'm hoping to not spend it, and I'm hoping to have money left over by the time I come back as well, so we'll see about that. Okay, so next thing, obviously you had to apply. Once you figured out all that, you had the eligibility and the costs, then you had to apply online, and you just fill out a form, which is super simple. But I didn't have my passport, so I couldn't fill out that spot, but that was fine, I could still go ahead with it. And then once you apply online, you get a phone call within a few days of them just to talk to you, which I don't like calling people on the phone, I'd rather talk to them face to face. But yeah, did the phone call, super simple, super fast. And then next, I did my passport, but please do your passport before you decide to do this. Just make sure you have a passport, because it was such a long thing. But then after I got my passport, I then did my visa application, which actually was super fast. I handed it in on, like, I did it at the start of a week and I got it by like Friday. I think I did it on like a Wednesday and I got it back by like Friday, which was super good. But I did express shipping as well, because I had to ship it down to Canberra, I think. So yeah, I did express shipping, so I do recommend that, even though it is super expensive. The visa application, it wasn't too stressful, but I just think that because I had it wasn't exactly a full-time job, but I had a job at the same time as I had a job and trying to do this at the same time, plus I also had another job on top of that, so it was very stressful, this whole thing. And then once you get your visa back, then you can book flights. I was trying to get a cheap flight, like as cheap as I could get, so it did take me a while, but then once I got that, which wasn't actually that long ago, it was probably like a month, 2 months ago maybe. And then, yeah, I think it was about 2 months ago actually, 8 weeks ago, yeah, seems pretty good. And then once I did my flights, I had to do my arrival booking form, so I filled that out, and then they booked my hostel, and they sent me like the vouchers I used, because I get 3 free nights. And then that's good. And then once everything's booked, basically, then you have to do your insurance, which I actually did my insurance before my flights, I think. That's basically the whole like process kind of thing done for this website. I know it's kind of probably super confusing, but that's basically the whole process, and then the rest of it's like you have to do by yourself. So I did the house or rented a room, and then I've been applying for jobs, but I haven't been like too worried about it at the moment, because I know that I'll pretty much get one hopefully as soon as I go over there. And then other things I need to like figure out is I need to get like stuff for transport. I need to figure out how to get from the airport to the hostel, because it's not like that close to each other, and Uber is banned. Did you know that? I didn't know that. You can still download the app, and use a taxi, like book a taxi, but you can't actually buy an Uber, which is really annoying because taxis are expensive. Sorry if anything changed just then. Camera actually stopped recording, but I didn't notice that until I finished the video. But luckily I was just at the end of the video anyway. But what the last thing that you missed was I actually found the insurance part of this, like the basic international and mid international, and I just wanted to explain the prices that I had written down that I'd seen like on the website and everything. Not on the website actually, what they emailed me, like the insurance brochure. And yeah, so the prices aren't exact, they're just rough estimates, but this is what I got. So for basic international, there's, so obviously the $0 excess, $150 excess, and the $250 excess. And basically, so the $250 excess was about $910, and then $150 was about $970, and the $0 was about $1,000 excess. So basically I was going to do the $0 excess for the basic international, so it was only going to be about $1,000, but my mum exactly didn't want me to, and I thought, stuff it, I'm just going to get the top of the top. And so I got the $0 excess for the mid international. But the basically, so for the $250 excess for the mid international, it would have been about $1,180, and then the $150 excess is about $1,250, and then the $0 excess is $1,300. So basically there's only like $50 between two of them, so I thought I may as well just get the top one, but I only ended up paying about $1,280, I think, somewhere around that time. But okay, so thank you for watching if you're still watching. I know this probably is a little bit of a confusing video, and I might have been talking super fast because I tend to do that and I don't notice it until I've already done it. Did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe just down here if you'd like this video or if you'd like to watch more of my videos. I probably do have a few more videos, just sit down chatty videos, before I get some vlogs up, but hopefully I will be doing like video vlog, we'll see. But yeah, I will be having some very fun vlogs coming up soon anyway, plus my travel vlog, which I'm super excited for that because I love watching the travel vlogs, like of people flying and everything, just to see their flying experience. And yeah, I've never, like I said earlier, I've never flown like this before, especially by myself. It's going to be super exciting. So it is currently, so it is the 3rd of September today. It's the 3rd of September today while I'm filming this, and I leave on the 9th of September. So is it the 3rd? Oh my god, it's so close. And yeah, so it's actually not that far away. It is only 5 days, 13 hours, not counting obviously, until the 9th of September, but then 6 days, 12 hours until I actually take off. So yes, so I'll just see you in the next video.